Hello everyone, my name is 𝐏𝐀𝐏𝐂𝐑𝐂𝐑𝐀𝐅𝐓 and I have created a moon magic bullet journal. This is the first journal that I managed to actually design, well not really design, I suppose I should say decorated on stream. So the previous journal I felt pretty badly about. I only had time to draw out all of my squares and placement, all those sorts of things. So nobody really got a chance to watch me live decorate anything, and I felt pretty bad about it because I was kind of in a hurry to get it done. So this journal I very specifically saved to do on stream so people could watch my chaotic process of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I guess I should start with the whole basis of moon magic. First off, I sent out a poll on my Instagram and I asked everybody, give me any kind of theme that you can think of that involves the color purple. And I got quite a few good ones. Mermaids, spacey stuff, moon stuff, and I think it was moon that I chose. So when I went looking for some other ideas, I happened to come across a bunch of stickers on Etsy that were called Moon Magic, and they were very lovely. So I went ahead, I indulged, I went ahead and purchased them and printed them out myself on my sticker sheets, which they're not that great. They are just a basic sticker sheet, but they are premium status. So when they came out, they were absolutely just the best thing I've ever seen, essentially. So this whole journal was based off of those stickers. So I, of course, had the washi. They all came in a set. I should probably show you guys the set at some point, but I picked out everything that I thought just mixed and matched very well together. I wanted a whole lot of different looking pages for this. So I'm quite happy with what we've done, especially seeing the end result. This is by far my favorite journal to use with all the things. So we went ahead and just used some paper here for color, and I tried to limit myself on adding too much inside just because my journal is starting to really fill and it's hard to close it. There's no better way to describe it. But everything that I used, it was very much designed for this like dreamy moon magic kind of idea. So I'm already at this stage planning certain bits. So I do book reviews every month, and sometimes they get a little crazy. So for this one, I made sure to leave a whole page dedicated to not only reminding myself how to process and how to rate my books, but also I wanted to leave a lot of room because this particular month I had a book review of a set, which was 4 different books. So that's what the top half there is for, which filled out very nicely. And of course the bottom to just remind me of the process, which I really always, I can't go without making that because I would forget how to do it. So it ended up looking really good. As I'm using this journal now, I have decided/dedicated, even though it is a purple theme. I'm sharing all of my stickers with my my viewers at that point. Anything that is pink, purple, or blue were my choices because every theme I do, I have to kind of have a rating for other things like my mood or my productivity. I want to always have something where it's like, oh, I'm really busy, or it was kind of a mediocre day, or it was a straight up lazy day. So trying to keep my own things that I want to track kind of nice and colored. I don't want to be just basic and be straight purple. So I did do both blue and purple. So I hope nobody gets offended that I went off kilter a bit, but yeah, I really did enjoy doing like a slight mix. So I would definitely suggest, even if you choose to do a theme based off of one particular color, definitely choose a secondary color to have, at least one secondary. But yeah, there was no thought into this. I just had a whole bunch of stuff laying around, and this was me pulling all the different things together and creating something out of it. So it was a lot of fun, I will admit. I think this was the most, how would I put it? Not stressful, but most productive stream I have had in a while, simply because, yes, I was talking to my stream. Yes, I was talking to the people in chat at this point. A bunch of people came in and out from various different points, and I would always go back and explain, oh, this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 because so many people would come in and go, oh my God, what are you doing? This looks so cool. And yeah, it was just kind of a, let's get through here and see what we can do with it. And even though it was kind of crazy chaotic, which is my life, it did turn out very nicely, and I'm very, very happy with it. There were variations to choose from. I kind of mixed and matched everything I could with the stickers that I chose. I printed them on, it's the same stickers, except, I'm trying to think. One of them I only did as one type, I don't recall. But I printed a clear color sticker. So some of them seem extremely glossy. Those are the clear stickers. And then I printed matte stickers, which most of those are matte on the screen, and they're quite beautiful. And then I also used vinyl. The vinyl I didn't use as much, but I did come to discover at some other point that you can still glue down the vinyl, and I was very upset if you use like a tape. It shows through the vinyl, and it was very difficult. But if you used a glue stick, which you will see me use a lot, the glue stick actually is purple, but when it dries, it's completely clear, and I had no idea. So after using it for a while and realizing that it did this, I was able to layer a bunch of different stickers and vinyl and things like that. So I had a lot of fun with these stickers, and in the case of wanting to make my own sticker sheets and stickers for later, I think I will definitely do multiple types in my printing. So I'll do the clear, I'll do the other ones. The clear I don't like as much, but only because they are so, like, they seem quite faded, even though they're not. But I'll be pretty choosy with what I would design and create according to that. But regardless, it was really a joy to kind of get through and use these beautiful stickers. Again, these are Moon Magic. I don't even remember who they're by, but you can look them up on Etsy, and clearly you will find the stickers. There were ladies and moons and owls and moons with clouds, and it was just so dreamy and lovely, and I was so happy. So in trying to figure out what I wanted for all of these things, I was very overwhelmed with just how many different choices I had. I probably wouldn't give myself that many choices next time. It was a bit much. But yeah, this, like I said, is my favorite. I really, really enjoyed this entire process, and I did enjoy, or I am still, because it is currently March 12th. I'm still enjoying this whole thing, but yeah, it's really kind of nice. I'm trying to find styles and ideas that work for me to keep myself organized, and so far this one is the best. I've found other designs that I think I will definitely like to try in future journals, but it will all, of course, depend on how I feel about it later. So there I'm using a matte sticker, and I put that clear one right on top. It worked so well. Look at that. Look at that. It's just so nice. I think the hardest part, is trying to peel the stickers. They're definitely a big pain in the butt sometimes, but I really, really did like everything that we used in this. For the most part, I kept having to go back and remind myself of what I did last month and try to remember all of the choices and changes that I wanted to make. So, speaking in particular from the Hobbit journal to this journal, the mistake I made in the Hobbit was that I overestimated my need to write down a whole lot in the time frames of those weeks. So as you're seeing here, I'm using entire pages for weeks, and this is me explaining to people what I'm using and what I'm not. So you can tell, look at the different weeks. They're very skinny, and I thought I would be writing so much in them. It did not turn out to be that way. So in choosing to redo this design, I'm making them smaller and thicker, I suppose. But it worked out all the best regardless. So it was kind of a thing to go through there and just be like, hey guys, I screwed up, so this is what we're going to do now. But it wasn't a bad screw up. It was just kind of those ideas of, you think you want something and then you go through and it's just kind of like, nope, I thought I would like this idea and I did not. So I made sure to use each spread as best as I could. And even now, I don't write very small. If I write small, I tend to scribble. So having these bigger boxes too was just a better idea, I suppose, because now I can write things out bigger and clearly and I can see what I'm doing. And I definitely recommend it for anyone who finds that they scribble and then can't read their own handwriting. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. We all do it at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, just small writing doesn't work for me. So I kept everything very, very basic. And I'm very glad that I did. Oh. Having to go through and choose each individual week was a little difficult because I was like, I don't know what would be too much. If you were there, actually, I'm sure it's still there in the Twitch archives. You can go back and watch this whole process as it played out and not the edited version here. But, yeah, I kept telling everyone, I'm like, I'm so sorry. This is just chaos. Let me go through my stickers. Let me think about this. I don't know. It was, it was quite hilarious, but, I don't know why I worried about it so much. I think the overthinking and the worrying is kind of it puts a hindrance on the process and a hindrance on you, because then you're thinking, oh, is this what I'll like? Blah, blah, blah. Will other people like it? Because of course I am filming and I'm streaming at the same time, but I kept getting feedback throughout the whole process and everyone was just so kind, and they were just like, oh, this is so amazing. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just a shame it wasn't like a well thought out idea, but it's nice. So yeah, I'm one of those chaotic souls. I'm sorry, but it did end up working out in the end. So even as I'm watching this again, I'm thinking about how I can improve upon this for April. We'll need to do that journal soon, and I don't have any ideas at all, 0. And but I've got a few weeks to figure it out, so it's really hard to decide. But yeah, so I kept the 8 squares, 7 days in a week, but I kept the 8 kind of as an extra. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. For like extra notes, or something has changed, or I need to add this very important thing that came up, that wasn't planned, and I don't know if there will be enough room by the time I get to that day anyway. So it was kind of like, well, is it going to be necessary? Is it not? So I went ahead and just left it in and just decorated them for that little snippet. So it's kind of a thing. I think I will do less of the incorporating other pages I may do a few little bits such as here where I'm just ripping off a piece of a page. But yeah, my book is getting quite thick and the elastic is straining to hold it together, and we're only on month 3 of the whole year. Oh god, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I suppose I'll just have to figure that out. Yeah, for the most part, I think we'll have to either figure out something using markers, although I tried to avoid that specifically because these pages, and this book in particular, are very thin, and it is very easy to see the bleeding through the pages, and it irritates the absolute bonkers out of me as an artist, because that just means I can't go in there and just do what I want and just draw on it, because if I did, it would have to be in pencil. It wouldn't, you couldn't do it in any ink. That's why, as you can see here, there is all of that space in between the content planner that I left because you can see right through it. I was so upset, but it did allow me to just have extra pages to decorate. So I'm not entirely sure where I stand with that, but I'll have to figure out something. We'll definitely have to figure out something. If anyone has suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments for me, because it's kind of hard to go through here and just have your own ideas. I mean, I look for a lot of inspiration. I don't necessarily go and do Pinterest boards. I'm not that kind of girl. But when I'm looking for inspiration immediately, I will definitely go looking just in general. But I can't do the Pinterest thing. Pinterest is not my friend. I'm actually quite happy that we bought those itty bitty scissors, because, oh my god, let me tell you, using a whole, I guess, like, school-sized scissors. I say school-sized because I have the same scissors that my mother had in the 90s. And she's a teacher, and I kind of stole her scissors, but they're still sharp. It's the most magical set of scissors I've ever encountered. But regardless, yeah, they were kind of big and a little much, so coming up with something a little better was definitely nice. And here's me just going, if you just gave a kid a sticker book and said, here, that's essentially what this whole thing is. Me being a kid with stickers going, oh, look at all the things I could do. So I do profusely apologize to anyone who does not like my sticker placement or my washi or anything that's going on. But I was a kid and had a whole fun time. So I do appreciate anyone who put up with this Twitch stream. Oh my goodness. It was great though. It really, really was. Oh, we have to go through our little magic tape here. Those things literally only last there. I was showing everybody what it was. So my grandmother helped me buy this tape. She does all kinds of crafts, and she warned me. She said, you will go through this so bad. Here's a whole box of refills. And let me tell you, I will go through a whole roll on 1 month of everything that's going on. So depending on how much I use to stick per month, I happen to go through a whole tape. So just be aware, my friends, that if you decide to go this little tape route, you might not like how it goes. So be sure and buy extra. And if you missed that little snippet, yes, I have a corner punch. So that is how I keep my corners nice and rounded. Sometimes hand cutting it is fine, but honestly, after a while, I got tired of it. So I went ahead and bought a corner punch. Yes, I did. And then a mistake I made during the February for The Hobbit was that I put the entire sticker down, and it made the whole thing like glossy, so it looked like just gloss tape taped over it. So in order to avoid that for this particular month, I went ahead and cut around it, kind of that whole kiss cut kind of effect I hope it works. I mean, I feel like it works a lot better, but I hope it works because it was really just not as great when we did that February. So, but the idea was really nice when I was originally thinking of using the clear sticker sheets. But clear sticker sheets kind of have their own feel to them, so definitely be careful doing that, guys. So again, just a kid in a sticker shop here. I'm just sticking them all down. Most of these ones, as you can see, because I'm using the glue, these are vinyl. So they look completely like the clear sticker sheets, but there's no shine to them, which I think I end up showing. Maybe not. But anyway, this is me just going through my stuff. Oh, and there's my book rating. So I'm following this weird thing. I forgot what it's called, but I like the way this is done, I suppose, because rather than, like, I don't know, I'm a very feely person and my heart is in all of these books. So sometimes I'm just like, yes, I loved it. Yes, I loved it. And I don't really do the in between. I either love it or I hate it. So doing this different type of rating, I can find a logistic spot, I suppose. So it helps in rating things better, I suppose, especially considering there are multiple facets to a book. So it's really hard to get exactly what you want in there. So that was my way of doing that. So this is my flip through. Now, mind you, all the pages are not cut because I just didn't have the time to. And there's my book getting thick. And here's the final flip through where I did have the pages cut. You could see all the beautiful colors of washi. I love them so much. Like I said, this is my favorite so far. So hopefully we'll come up with something really good for April. I'm so excited. And if anyone wants to use these, again, this is Moon Magic. You can find it on Etsy. And of course, you can find your own washis to go with it. Thank you so much. See you next time.